Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another stream here for CCBA as NBA 2K24 presents another exciting edition of the Content Creator Basketball Association. And tonight we have a good Eastern Conference battle on our hands between the Jacksonville Blaze from SOS Blaze and the Chicago Murdas from Mr. Murda Cap. This game coming to you from the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. And as you can see here, this is both teams have played each other for a second time on 3 nights. The last time was on a sim where the Murdas ended up with a 127-123 win over the Blaze. And they meet again tonight in Chicago again. And in that last game, let me see, the Murdas were led by Jamal Murray with 28 points. As the Blaze were led by CJ McCallum, and as well as the Greek Freak with 29 points. And as I said, both teams are off to a very strong start here, as we're going to get ready to once again play the game. So let's see here. Blaze at Murdas. Let me see here. We got to change the uniforms because we do edit the uniforms and stuff. Let me see here. Which one would he want? All right, so we'll go with the light blues for the Murdas, or for the Blaze, and we'll go with the home whites for the Murdas. And before we get started, we're going to go look at the starting lineup for the Blaze here. We got CJ McCallum, Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Brook Lopez, followed by Jamal Murray, Devin Vassell, Jaylen Brown, Jay Crowder, and Mitchell Robinson. So to the United Center we head.
Let's meet the starting lineup for Jacksonville. At shooting guard, Kevin Huerter. At small forward, DeAndre Hunter. At center, Brook Lopez. At the other guard position, CJ McCallum. At the other forward position, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The head coach of the visiting team is Eric Spoelstra. And now, the starting lineup for Chicago. Power forward, number 99, Jay Crowder. At center, number 35, Mitchell Robinson. At shooting guard, number 24, Devin Vassell. Starting at the other guard, number 27, Jamal Murray. The other forward, number 7, Jaylen Brown.
All right, as we are at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, the Jacksonville Blaze and the Chicago Murdas playing each other for the second time in 3 nights on the calendar schedule. The Murdas ended up with the win the other day against the Blaze. As you see, Hunter averaging 11.7 points per game this season, 1 steal per game. But if you look at the last 5 games, he's averaged 14.6 a game and 1.6 steals a game as the teams are heading on to the court. And a very interesting black court with red paint. Again, for those that are joining us later on the stream, or those who, as you see, the A- home court advantage for the Murda, who are 9-5, as the real tight spot joins us here at the United Center here, as the Blaze will get the first win to tip off here. This is the 10th watch game as Antetokounmpo with a 3, no good. As Robinson will get the rebound here. Vassell being guarded by Herter. He's over to Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray for 3, no good. Brook Lopez will get the rebound. CJ McCollum with the rebound. Led all scorers for the Jacksonville Blaze in their last game a couple nights ago as Hunter with it. 5 to shoot. Hunter from the CCBA logo, no good, as Jay Crowder with the rebound. Timeline, give it over to Jamal Murray. You see Murray coming around. Murray with a jump shot from the Bulls logo, no good, as the Greek Freak will get the rebound. Herter for 3, I believe, and he nails it there, and it's 3-0. The Blaze will get the first points of the game. As I said, this is watch game number 10, I believe, and the road team has won 7 of the first 9 games in watch games. Only the Richmond Dark Wolves and the Seattle Dad Gamers are the only home teams to have won so far. Jaylen Brown is rejected by Giannis, and that's going to go out of bounds, and Chicago's ball still. Yeah, see that block right? No, that wasn't Giannis. I believe that may have been Kevin Herter there. I'm not sure. Either way, it's still Chicago ball, trailing 3-0 here. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Mitchell Robinson, no good, as Giannis will grab the rebound. And a steal by Jay Crowder. Crowder is going to go coast to coast with the jam, and the Murda are on the board. Gets the pilfer and then takes the points along with it. 3-2. That was Brook Lopez with the rebound, or with the block, as he's going to shoot for 3, no good. DeAndre Hunter had 14 points in the loss the other night to the same Murda team. This is the penultimate stream of 2023. As tomorrow afternoon I will have one more game before I take the New Year's break for CCBA. There may be a stream late New Year's night. As the Giannis coming around. Antetokounmpo. Give it over to CJ McCollum. McCollum with a jump shot, and it's good. CJ McCollum averaging 17.2 points per game on 43% shooting. 4.4 assists per game. See Jay Crowder. See Jamal Murray with a jumper, and it's good. It's 5-4. Both teams off to pretty strong starts here. The Blaze are 9-4 and the Murda are 9-5 on the season. Both looking to try to make a push for good positioning in the Eastern Conference playoffs so far in the season, as Kevin Herter for 3, and he drains it.
3 points.
It's 8-4 now. See Jamal Murray with it. See Jaylen Brown for 3, and he drains it. It's raining 3 so far in this game. It's 8-7 now. 8-19. Giannis with it. Give it over to Herder. Herder for three again. No good. Jay Crowder will get the rebound. Crowder finding Jamal Murray. Back over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown with a jump shot. It's good. And a Murder lead for the first time in the game. He's averaging 26.9 points per game. And so far, it looks like it's going to be a very entertaining game, though we're not even 5 minutes into this game yet. McCollum from the paint, no good. Jamal Murray will get the rebound. Vassell with it. Devin Vassell giving back over to Jay Crowder. Crowder to Jaylen Brown, who hit a three earlier in this game. And Jaylen Brown's pass is going to be stolen by Hunter. Hunter with it, going coast to coast. And he's going to get the layup, and it's good. And the Blaze are back on top, 10-9. Both teams shooting 4 of 9 so far in this game. You see Jaylen Brown coming around from the Bulls logo. Back over to Devin Vassell. Vassell will get that shot up. 3-point attempt, no good, but Mitchell Robinson gets the offensive rebound, but cannot get the second chance points there as Giannis gets the rebound. And he's going to lose it for a second, but McCollum will regain it as Brook Lopez with it being guarded by Crowder. Giannis, that's a hook shot, and it's good, and it's 12-9. Giannis averaging a couple of ticks over 26 points per game so far this season. As you see Jay Crowder with it. Coming around to Jamal Murray. Murray with it. Oh, he thought about it, but he does get the shot up, and no good. McCollum with the rebound. Back over to Giannis. Jamal Murray only has 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting, but he does have a steal. Giannis thought he had the shot in, but it's no good. Jamal Murray grabs the rebound. Over halfway through the first quarter, Jaylen Brown for 3, and he drains it. His second 3 of the game. Averaging 24.1 points at home, along with 7 rebounds and 2.7 assists per game. And we are knotted at 12 with 5.5 to play here in the first quarter. As you see, Giannis for 3, no good. Mitchell Robinson will get the rebound as McCollum, as I said, led the Blaze with 30. All right, we're back. As you see, Giannis is going to go to the line. Jay Crowder called for his first personal foul.
First team foul. At the line for Jacksonville, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 1 shot.
And by the way, I do expect tonight to be a little bit difficult as we do have storms here, but I'm not going to let anything. I'm not going to let everything keep me from hosting. We see Giannis will complete the 3-point play here. Terry Rozier into the game now. Rozier coming around, and he's going to get the layup attempt. No good. Doesn't even hit the rim. Hits the backboard. Kevin Herder coming around. Herder giving over to Hunter, and Hunter had a layup attempt. No good. Had his offensive rebound. Another chance. No good. Vassell will get the rebound. See Mitchell Robinson there. Game tied at 15. Vassell coming around. Vassell, no good. Hunter will get the rebound as Mitchell Robinson had 11 points and 14 rebounds and 3 blocks in the game in the win the other night for the Chicago Murdas. You see McCollum for 3. No good. And after tomorrow afternoon stream, which I will announce the 2 teams I'll be playing on that stream tomorrow, I see Robinson coming around with the bucket, and they are back on top 17-15 here as the Murdas are shooting 41% so far in this third quarter with the Blaze at 38% and a timeout called by Jacksonville. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night here, as we're going to go look at some scores during this timeout in real life NBA, and a couple of final to report so far. We had the Washington Wizards with a 110-104 win over the Brooklyn Nets. The Orlando Magic up 103-97 over the New York Knicks with about 3.5 to play in that game. The Raptors 107, the Celtics 104 with under 7 minutes to play in that game. The Hawks are leading my Kings 102-91 with 8:43 to play in the fourth quarter. At the end of the third quarter, it is 92-80 the Milwaukee Bucks ahead of the Cleveland Cavaliers. At halftime, the Houston Rockets 63-62 over the Philadelphia 76ers. And about 5 minutes to play in the first quarter, the Oklahoma City Thunder leading the Nuggets by 2 points. 4:07 to play in the first quarter. The Suns and the Hornets are tied at 21. Games coming up later on tonight. The Spurs at the Trailblazers. They played last night, too, in Portland. So it's back-to-back nights in the same city for both teams. And then at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, the Memphis Grizzlies at the Los Angeles Clippers. And over the last 10 games, and now here's stats right here. You got the Blaze with 51.5. I believe that was rebounds a game over the last 10 games. And let's see here in the comment section. We are having an awful night here tonight. The host needs to talk more. LOL. Well, we're trying to get some stuff going on, man. As I said, we have storms coming through. As you see, CJ McCollum gets the points right there, and it's 17-17. 40-8 Notre Dame over. Yeah, I did watch a little bit of that game, and that got ugly real quickly. See Terry Rozier get it over. Jamal Murray for three, and he drains it. And the Murdas are back on top, 20-17. Wagner into the game now. See Wagner with the shot. No good. Williams with the rebound. Give it over to Rozier. Layup attempt no good. Wagner gets the rebound. And that's a three-pointer. I believe that might have been Clarkson. I'm not sure that had the three. And this game is tied at 20 again with 2:15 to play in the first quarter. Mike Conley into the game for the Murdas. Back over to Murray. Finding Terry Rozier. Rozier back to Murray. Murray with the jumper, and it's good. Murray averaging 27 points per game this season. And the Murdas are back on top, 22-20. Tonight's stream break brought to you by Capital One. As McCallum hits the three. What's in your wallet? By Goodyear Tires. We have a great rubber. And by Cheese It's Crackers. Our mascot is a giant square. As we have a bucket in there, and it's 24-23. Back to the Murdas back on top as Man Cave Hawkeyes joins us here at the United Center. And we're going back and forth here, 25-24. Thank you for joining the stream, by the way, Man Cave. You see Jamal Murray coming around, giving it over to Rozier. Rozier with a jumper, and it's good. And it's 26-25 with under a minute to play here in the first quarter. And by the way, for those who are unfamiliar, Man Cave Hawkeye, I do the same thing to Man Cave Hawkeye during the ad breaks. I tell him that this is sponsored by this, and then he reads it off. Now it's my turn to return the favor to him. I don't know if the shout-out works, because I'm still trying to figure that out myself on Twitch. You see Williams will get the rebound off the miss here as we are under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Back over to Williams. Williams for three, no good. Clark will get the rebound. So it's just Clark, it wasn't Clarkson. McCollum. Holding on to it, and he can hold on to it. 3-2, McCollum for three. No good as Clark will grab the rebound, but it's too late. And at the end of the first quarter, the Chicago Murdas with a 26-25 lead. Very action-packed first quarter here. I hope you guys were very entertained with this game. Have a good stream, bro. Hey, Dirty Casual joins us here at the United Center as he's lurking. He's probably going around, maybe trying to sneak into the luxury suites here by lurking. I don't know. Maybe he might be in a long line for concession stands. Who knows? But it's good that you joined us tonight as well, Dirty Casual. How'd you like that last night towards the end? You see Jamal Murray with it coming around. Murray, Rozier, Williams, Brown, and Tate into the game for the Murdas. I see Giannis back out on the court. Move it over to Clark. Walker, Clarkson, Clark, Wagner, and Giannis into the lineup. As you see, there's a three-point attempt there, no good. Back over to Jamal Murray. As we mentioned already, Murray, Rozier, Williams, Brown, and Tate. The lineup set for the Murdas. You see Tate is going to get the jump shot, no good. Clark will get the rebound. So there is a Clark and a Clarkson out there with Walker. As Giannis shoots for three and he drains it. And it's 28-26. As I said, this is going to be, looks like so far, this is going to be a really good matchup. You see Jaylen Brown for three, and he drains the triple, and the Murdas are back on top. Back and forth so far here between two teams that are off to very strong starts here. The Murdas are looking to try to take it two in a row against the Blaze as they met up on the calendar. You see Jordan Clarkson for three, no good. But on the calendar, they met up a couple nights ago in their last meeting, so this is their second matchup in 3 nights. The court is amazing visually, yeah. Well, we have 3 teams in the Central Division that have red, white, and black, so I decided to mix up the courts a little bit as Jaylen Brown for another triple attempt, no good as Clark will grab the rebound. 3 teams in the Central Division with red, white, and black. So couple of teams actually have like color on their court. Clark with the jumper, and it's good, and it's 30-29. 10 lead changes, 4 ties already, and we're not even 3 minutes into the second quarter. Tells you that this is going to be a highly contested game so far. As Jaylen Brown with a triple, no good. Giannis will grab the rebound. See Giannis coming around, and he'll get the layup. He went coast to coast on that one, and it's a 3-point lead again for the Blaze. And timeout called by the Murdas here with 9:15 to play here at the United Center until halftime. The Jacksonville Blaze 32 and the Chicago Murdas 29. And as we take a timeout here, we are going to look at some more scores here. As I said, we did have one final already tonight in the NBA with the Washington Wizards 110-104 winners over the Brooklyn Nets. The Orlando Magic with just over a minute to play, up by 6 over the New York Knicks won 10-104. The Toronto Raptors with a 109-107 lead over the Boston Celtics with just under 4.5 to play in the fourth. The Kings and the Hawks. The Hawks with a 110-108 lead over the Sacramento Kings with 4:39 to play in that fourth quarter. And Cleveland and Milwaukee Bucks with a 103-95 lead with just under 7 to play in the fourth. Just a little bit under halfway through the third quarter, the Houston Rockets with an 80-72 lead over the Philadelphia 76ers. And with just under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter, the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 31-27 lead over the Denver Nuggets. And at the end of the first quarter, the Phoenix Suns with a 36-30 lead over the Charlotte Hornets. Games to be coming up in a little bit. At 10 p.m. Eastern, the Spurs at the Trailblazers. And at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, the Grizzlies at the Clippers in Crypto.com Arena. And that is your NBA update as we head back to some action here in the CCBA. Tate to inbound it, I should say. Get it over to Rozier. Terry Rozier for three. No good. Franz Wagner with the rebound. Look at that. Jacksonville averaging 51.2 rebounds per game. 6 in the NBA. They have 17 already to this point. They see Clark coming around. Clark, no good. Williams will grab the rebound. Terry Rozier to third. Give it over to Williams. Williams with a jump shot. No good. Clark will grab another rebound as we're going to have some substitutions for both teams being made. Walker gives it over to Franz Wagner. Back to Giannis. Giannis at the CCBA logo. Gives it over to Walker. Walker for three. No good. Rozier will grab the rebound. Mike Conley with it. I see Jaylen Brown getting it over here. Brown with the jump shot, and he nails it. 32-31, and Chicago shot 49% from the field in their win against Jacksonville the other night. That was an ascend game. This is a watch game now. They see Walker for three, and he drains it. It's a 4-point lead for Jacksonville. And yes, give Dirty Casual a follow, everyone that are lurking here. Brown for three, and he drains the three, and it's back to a 35-34 game. Jaylen Brown, 16 points so far in this first half. He has 8 in this quarter. He's on pace for a 32-point game. See Giannis coming around, and it over to Walker. Less than 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Walker, is that a 3-point? No, it doesn't matter anyway because it's no good. Tate will grab the rebound here. Conley. Did it over to Jaylen Brown again to Williams. Williams, look at that pass to Brown. And Jaylen Brown will get the layup, and the Murdas are back on top. 36-35. They averaging 26.6 assists per game, 10th in the NBA. They already have 11. As you see, Giannis gives the Blaze the lead again. He has 12 points in 14 minutes. Shooting 62% in this game. 37-36. Jaylen Brown for three, and he drains the triple. He has 19 in this game, and the Murdas are back on top here. Franz Wagner giving it over to Giannis. Is it Giannis with 6 to shoot? Give it over to Franz Wagner. Wagner with a jump shot. No good. Conley will grab the rebound. Back and forth action. A game of runs here. See Jaylen Brown coming around here. Gives it over to Rozier. Terry Rozier with the shot. No good. Clark will grab the rebound. Clarkson had it for a second, but Walker now has it as he crosses the timeline. Give it to Franz Wagner. Back over to Jordan Clark. Or it's not Jordan Clark. Giannis with the bucket, and this game is tied again. as we approach 5.5 to play here. Williams gives it over to Rozier. See Rozier back over to, I believe that is Jaylen Brown. Yeah, and see Williams with that jump shot. It's good. It's 41-39, and look at that. The Murdas are shooting 17 of 36, just a shade of below 50%. The Blaze 16 of 35 from the field. They see Franz Wagner for 3, and the Blaze are back on top, 42-41. Rozier with it, and he loses it. Jordan Clarkson will get the rebound. Rozier had 22 points the other night, but he just turned it over. Clarkson misses the shot, but will get the rebound. But Giannis will get the offensive rebound. Now you see Walker over to Clark. And Clark with the layup attempt, no good. Williams will grab the rebound. And there's a three-point attempt there, no good. Giannis, oh, he looked like he stepped out of bounds. Some of the glitches here, it looks like he stepped out of bounds. See Giannis coming around. He went over to Walker. Walker for 3. No good. They see Rozier will have it now. 42-41 with under 4 to play here until halftime. Conley with it. He went over to Rozier. Terry Rozier to third for 3. No good. Giannis will get the rebound. Rozier 4 points on 2 of 8 shooting, 2 assists. He went over to Clarkson. Clarkson for 3. No good. Rozier will grab the rebound. You see Mike Conley with it. As you see, look at all those players trying to get back into the game as Jaylen Brown for 3. He drains it again. And a timeout called by the Blaze. The Murdas are back on top, 44-42 as we take a timeout here at the United Center. Oh, what a highly contested game. Anybody who's watching this right now, I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am calling this game. As you see the timeout, teams going over stuff. Time for me to look over some NBA scores that are in progress right now. And there's only one final right now, and that's the Washington Wizards 110-104 over the Brooklyn Nets. And with under 30 seconds to play in Orlando, the Magic with the 113-108 lead over the Knicks. The Boston Celtics are now ahead of the Raptors, 114-113 with a minute 38 to play. With about 2 minutes to play, the Kings came back, and now they are ahead by 4 with the 114-110 lead over the Atlanta Hawks. In the fourth quarter with 4.5 to play in Cleveland, the Bucks with a 105-101 lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. With 2.5 to play in the third quarter, the Rockets with a 92-86 lead over the Philadelphia 76ers. The Thunder with a 3-point lead just early in the second quarter. And in the about halfway through the second quarter, it is 46-42, the Suns over the Hornets. And games to start at 10 p.m. Eastern, the Spurs taking on the Trailblazers in Portland. And at 10:30 p.m., the Grizzlies at the Clippers. As you can see here, the Jacksonville Blaze on top of the Eastern Conference by a half a game. Chicago number 3 with their record so far. It is still early on in the season here as Brook Lopez will inbound to C.J. McCollum. A lot of lead changes so far in this game. As you see Brook Lopez with it. Had a block a little bit earlier in the game. Franz Wagner coming around, and he'll get the layup, and it's good. We are all tied at 44 now with under 3 minutes to play until halftime. Jamal Murray giving over to Vassell. Being guarded by Wagner. As you see Jay Crowder with it, he's back into the game. 7 to shoot on the shot clock. Got to get something going here. Jamal Murray with it. Back over to Crowder. Jay Crowder for three. No good. CJ McCollum will get the rebound. As we are tied at 44. Kevin Herter back into the game. CJ McCollum with it. Back over to Kevin Herter. Hunter now with the rebound, or with the ball now. 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Got to get it off. Brooke Lopez with a layup, and it's good. And the Blaze are back on top. 46-44 now as we approach 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. Rozier with it coming around. Terry Rozier back to Jamal Murray. Murray with a three-point attempt. No good. Franz Wagner will grab the rebound. Back and forth game to this point. Lots of ties, lots of lead changes. Lopez. Give it over to McCollum. Back to Franz Wagner. Over to Kevin Herter. Herter to Hunter. Back over to Wagner. Wagner with a jump shot. No good. Murray with the rebound. Under a minute and a half to play here. Franz Wagner, 5 points so far in this game. 2 of 6 shooting. He's made 1 of 3 from the three-point line. Vassell with it. Gives it over to Murray. Under 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Minute 8 to play until halftime. Vassell with the jump shot, and it's good. This game is tied at 46 again as we are under a minute to play here until halftime. Lopez with it. Going over to Hunter. Back over to McCollum. McCollum, easy three-point attempt, and it's good. 49-46, CJ McCollum. He had 7 in that first quarter, so I assume he has 10 right now. 49-46, Terry Rozier. And let me tell you, it's been raining threes so far in this game, both sides. Vassell with it. Go to Rozier. They got to get something going as there's 2 to shoot. 1 to shoot. Rozier with the shot up. No good. Lopez grabs the rebound. Shot clock turned off. So they could, if they wanted to, theoretically, hold on for the last shot. As McCollum with the jump shot. No good. Crowder with the rebound going the other way now to Jamal Murray. Murray with the shot attempt. Vassell will have it. 3 to shoot. They got to get it off. Vassell will get the rebound with .2 to go, and that will do it. And at the end of the first half, the Jacksonville Blaze with a 49-48 lead. And what has been a very highly contested first half, I hope you guys have enjoyed that first half just as much as I enjoyed calling it. As you can see, Ali LaForce is just interviewing Eric Spoelstra right now, even though we can't hear it. And yes, keep giving these shout outs out, Tight Spot, if you are doing so. Why is Mizzou not scoring? I don't know why Mizzou's not scoring. Are you talking about the bowl game right now, right? Shout out was given to FG, yes. And he's currently doing FGFL right now. Yeah, they're down 3. Hey, yeah, you act like that this is that they are just not getting anything going. Well, it's only 3-0 right now. As we can go look at some college scores while we're at halftime right now. Look at that. Player of the week, Damian Lillard for the New Jersey FGs, by the way, speaking of FG. Look at some of the games that were played in college football earlier. The Gator Bowl goes to Clemson 38-35 on a late touchdown. Sun Bowl goes to Notre Dame over my 40-8 win over my Beavers. We won't talk about that much. Memphis with a 36-26 win over the Iowa State Cyclones in the Liberty Bowl, and in the Cotton Bowl Classic, Ohio State over Missouri 3-0 in the third at halftime. And looking at some games here, as we will have a couple of finals to report. As I mentioned already, the Wizards 110-104 winners over the Nets. And another final to report, the Magic 117-108 winners over the New York Knicks. So Kaz's team won, but FG's team's about to lose. And we're getting ready to head to the second half. And don't forget, the first time out of the fourth quarter is when I will announce tomorrow afternoon's game here, as the Murdas will inbound it to start the third quarter. Penn State 32. Oh, is that going on right now? That's the score right now. And as you see, Brown with the three. Point no good. Is that the score over on the FGFL side, right? Yep. That's what I thought, because I did watch it a little bit. I still have him tabbed up on the stream. So thank you, Tight Spot, for the update there. See McCollum with holding on to it. 5 to shoot. Kevin Herter for 3. No good, as Robinson will grab the rebound. Vassell with a jump shot, and it's good. And it's 50-49, and the Murder are back on top. And it looks like we're going to have ourselves a good dandy of a game right now. As we're just a minute into the third quarter, as Giannis with it being guarded by Crowder. Giannis with the jumper, and it's good. It's 51-50. Giannis is averaging 24.2 points a game on the road, 6.4 assists, and 16.4 rebounds. Those are just stats that are on the road, though. As the Blazers are back on top, 51-50. Jaylen Brown for 3, no good. Giannis will grab the rebound. CJ McCollum with it. Give it over to Giannis. And McCollum loses it as Jaylen Brown will get the steal. Brown coming around with it. Back over to Jamal Murray. Back over to Vassell. Murray with it. And look at that alley-oop there. Vassell will get the jam there, and guess what? The Murder are back on top, 52-51. We probably have to have at least 15 or 16 lead changes in this game already. As Giannis with the shot, no good. Brown will get the rebound. Back over to Crowder, back to Vassell. See Jamal Murray giving it over to Jaylen Brown. Back to Mitchell Robinson with it. Robinson giving it over to Murray. They got less than 5 to shoot. Murray coming around. He's got to get that shot up. No good. Kevin Herter grabs the rebound. 52-51. As you see Giannis there with the jam. He has 18 in this game, and the Blaze are back on top, 53-52. This game has gotten a lot of YouTube short clip worthies, I'll tell you that. Worthy clips, I should say. See Jay Crowder with it. Crowder coming around, being guarded by the Greek Freak, but he gives it over to Jaylen Brown with the three-point attempt, and he hits the triple. He has 20. He had 24 in that first half. I believe he has 27 now. 55-53. The Murder back on top. Crowder with the steal. Get over to Jaylen Brown. Brown with another 3, and he drains that. And it's a 5-point lead for Chicago. And I thought for a second they were going to call a timeout, but they don't. And the Murder up 58-53 right now. Their largest lead of the game. Giannis over to Herter. Herter for 3. No good. Jay Crowder will grab the rebound here as we are 4 minutes into the third quarter. And the Murder are looking to try to take a bigger lead here. And that won't happen with Herter going to get the steal there. Herter going coast to coast to get the layup attempt, and he does exactly do that. 21 lead changes, 7 ties. Look at all that. 21 lead changes, 7 ties to this point as Herder does get the game to within 3 again. Mitchell Robinson giving back over to Vassell. Vassell with a jumper. No good. Brooke Lopez will grab the rebound. Hunter coming around back to Giannis, and Giannis with the jam. Suddenly it's a 1-point game again. We get over to Vassell here. And there's a 3-point attempt. No good. Giannis will grab the rebound. See Giannis here. Over Giannis to Herder. Herder for 3. And he drains it. And now we have our 22nd lead change of this game. As the Blaze, a 7-0 run, come back. And they now lead it 60-58. Under 6.5 to play here in the third quarter. See Jaylen Brown gives it over to Jamal Murray. Murray, here's the jump shot. No good. Brooke Lopez will grab the rebound. See McCollum with it. Gives it back to Lopez. Lopez to Giannis. Back over to Herder. Herder for 3, and he drains it. It's 63-58. And the Blaze are now on a 10-0 run. They have a 5-point lead of their own. And a timeout for the Murdas here. 5:52 to play in the third quarter. The Jacksonville Blaze on a 10-0 run, and they lead it 63-58 here at the United Center. As now we're going to go look at current NBA games here, as now we got a little bit more finals to report. As I mentioned earlier, the first final of the night with the Wizards with the 110-104 win over the Brooklyn Nets in Washington. The Orlando Magic finished off the New York Knicks 117-108. And I believe this one just became a final here in the Boston Celtics with the 120-117 win over the Toronto Raptors. The Sacramento Kings come back from behind and defeat the Atlanta Hawks 117-110. You know who's happy with that score. Yours truly. And with just a little under 12 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, it looks like the Bucks are going to come out of Cleveland with the win. It's currently 118-111 with 12 to play. 9:38 to play in the fourth quarter. The Houston Rockets with a 101-94 lead over the Philadelphia 76ers. The Oklahoma City Thunder with under 5.5 minutes to play until halftime in that game. They lead the Nuggets 42-36. And in the Valley of the Sun, the Phoenix Suns with a 60-50 lead over the Charlotte Hornets with 3:19 to play in the second quarter. And games coming right up in just a few minutes at the top of the hour. The San Antonio Spurs in Portland on back-to-back nights. As you can look at the league leaders here, Murdas on the field goal percentage, 49.7 in the last 10 games, 5th best in the CCBA. And also at the bottom of the hour, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, we will have the Memphis Grizzlies at the LA Clippers here, as we have an inbound here. The Murdas are going to inbound it. Get it over to Robinson. Back over to Vassell. Vassell being guarded by Herder. Get it over to Williams. Williams back into the game, his first action, and he's going to shoot for 3. No good, and Herder will grab the rebound. As you can definitely hear the boos coming out here. Rebounds 32-26. The Murdas make it 32-27. Blaze. As you can see here, over 3 minute scoring drought for the Murdas, as you can see there. I see CJ McCollum there. As I said, the Blaze are on a 10-0 run. and make that a 12-0 run to go up by 7 now, as the Blaze are now up to 48% shooting, with the Murdas only at 43%. Under 5 to play here, 65-58. And you see Williams with it. Give it over to Vassell. Vassell for 3, and no good. Franz Wagner with the rebound, and the crowd is getting restless again as the scoring drought continues in the Windy City. Back over to Wagner. Wagner for 3. He drains it. Another timeout called, and it's a 15-0 run. And it is officially a final in Boston, and the Celtics actually get 120-118 is the final score. As you can see the dancers, as Little Tiki God 2 joins us here at the United Center. What's going on, Tiki? Long time no see, my man. I hope you're enjoying this, what you're seeing so far here in the Content Creator Basketball Association. As the Jacksonville Murdas are on the Jacksonville Blaze are on a 15-0 run to be up by 10 points. They were trailing by as many as 5. And I'm doing good. How about you, man? I know you're on, you're still on winter break, right? It's good to see you on here. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing good, my man. Yeah, you're on winter break. That's good, man. I actually just got done completing my college education, as I'm waiting for my degree to come in the next like 6 to 8 weeks as we head out of the timeout. Also, you got the PS5. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, the PS5 is worth getting. As the Murdas are going to inbound the ball again. Robinson will hand it over to Murray on the inbound as he crosses the timeline. 68-58. See Jaylen Brown, and he ends the scoring drought there. They had to waste 2 timeouts during the scoring drought. Franz Wagner with it. Give it over to Lopez. Again, the winner of this game will get their 10th win of the season here. It may even move up in the standings. You see Brook Lopez with the 3, no good. Jaylen Brown will grab the rebound. Back over to Vassell. Back to Williams. Williams to Brown. And Brown with a jam. It's 68-62. He now has 34 in this game. On 13-9 shooting. The rest of the team, 28. You see Kevin Herter with it. Herter coming around to McCollum. McCollum for 3. No good, but Brook Lopez will get the offensive rebound and the second chance points, and is back up to an 8-point lead. It's a Blaze, you can see here. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. 17-4 run, but make that 17-6. As all 6 of those points in that stretch have been scored by Jaylen Brown, as he has 36 points in this game. Jason Tatum with 48 points so far has the record, most points. As you see Brook Lopez for 3. And I say 48 points is the most in a watched game so far. See Jamal Murray with it. We go to the Browns. Jaylen Brown with a triple. He will drain the triple. That's 39 for him, and it's back to a 3-point game. This has been a game of runs. And if you want to look at it, you see Wagner for 3, no good. If you want to look at it here, it is now a 9-2 run for the Murdas. Make that 11-2 run, and it's now a 1-point game again. We've had 22 lead changes, 7 ties in this game. It has been a back-and-forth game as the Blaze will call their timeout with 1:48 to play here in the third quarter. Stick around, everybody. This is a close game, and it's going to come down to the wire, I believe. Here on NBA 2K, the CCBA action. As we are going to go over some NBA scores here, as we have 5 finals now to report. We have the Wizards, of course, as I mentioned, with a 110-104 win over the Brooklyn Nets in Washington. The Orlando Magic, 117-108 over the Knicks. Celtics survive the Raptors 120-118. The Kings come back from behind and they win 117-110 over the Atlanta Hawks. And the Bucks do finish off the Cavaliers 119-111. The Philadelphia 76ers are now on top, 109-107, under 6 to play in the fourth quarter in H-Town. And we're about to approach halftime here, 1 second, and the Thunder up by 6 over the Nuggets, 54-48. And we are officially at halftime, and Tiki, if you are still watching, I'm sure you're a little bit happy. I'm sure you're a little bit happy seeing the Suns up by 10 over the Hornets at halftime. A game that is just going to be underway in just a few moments. The San Antonio Spurs at the Portland Trailblazers on back-to-back nights, by the way. Back-to-back nights in Portland, by the way. These two teams played each other. And at the bottom of the hour at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, the Grizzlies at the Clippers. And that will do it for this timeout for the updated scores in the NBA as we head back to action. 1:48 to play. 70-69. An 11-2 run after a 15-0 run for the Blaze. Now it's an 11-2 run for the Murdas. You see Clark with it. Back to McCallum. See Holmes into the game now. Back over to Franz Wagner. Wagner to McCallum. CJ McCollum with a layup attempt, no good, and Jaylen Brown will grab the rebound. Rozier will come up with it. Rozier with it. Back over to Jaylen Brown. Tate for 3. He drains it, and the Murder are back on top by 2. The 23rd lead change of this game. A 14-2 run, being down by 10. Now they're up by 2 again. As I said, this is a game of runs here. Franz Wagner being guarded by Jaylen Brown. He's got to get that shot up. 2-1. Wagner with a shot, no good, but Holmes gets the offensive rebound, gets his shot up, no good. Jaylen Brown, who has 39 points in this game already, gives it over to Jamal Murray. Murray back to Brown. Brown giving it to Rozier. Rozier for 3. No good. Franz Wagner with it. See Clark gives it over to Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson for 3, and he drains it. And the Blaze are back on top, 73-72. I believe that's 24th lead change of this game. Jaylen Brown, they could hold on for the last shot of the fourth quarter. As you see, Brown with the 3, no good. Clark will get the rebound, and that will do it as we end the third quarter with the Jacksonville Blaze leading it 73-72. And we will be taking a little bit of a timeout here. Still anybody's game. And we are back here in Chicago at the United Center. As you look at the assist of the game here. Look at that. Yeah, you couldn't stop Giannis there. As we are now approaching the fourth quarter, it's a 1-point Jacksonville Blaze lead in a game that has featured 24 lead changes and 7 ties to this point. As you can see, Giannis with it. Conley, Rozier, Williams, Brown, and Tate. As Franz Wagner with the bucket there. It's back to a 3-point lead. But that was a lineup set for Chicago. See Tate giving it over to Rozier. Back to Jaylen Brown, who has 39 in this game. Brown with it. What can Brown do for you? And he can't do anything right there, as there's a rejection. Franz Wagner with it. Back over to Clarkson. It's a 3-point lead now for the Blaze here. Clark with it. Give it over to Giannis. Giannis, layup, good. 77-72. 24 points for the Greek Freak. As Mike Conley Jr. back into the game now, crossing the timeline. Over to Jaylen Brown. Brown with the shot, no good. Giannis will grab the rebound. .45 to play in the fourth quarter. 77-72 to Jacksonville Blaze on top. They lost a couple last game out. These two teams played, as Clark is going to come around and he's going to get the bucket. Back to a 7-point lead here. It's an 8-0 run. Over to Brown. Jaylen Brown for 3. No good. You see the Blaze out rebounding the Murdas 41-32 to this point here, as we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Coming around for Antetokounmpo. There he goes. Walker for 3. And he drains it, and it's back to a 10-point lead again. They're largest in the lead. That's a 9-0 run. That's a 9-0 run to start the second quarter. The fourth quarter, as Rozier will end that drought there. As we are 82-74. And I said the first time out of this quarter, I will be announcing tomorrow afternoon's game. And I'm going to be doing an earlier stream tomorrow afternoon. As you see, Giannis there with the bucket. It's 84-74. Franz Wagner with the assist. And timeout already being called here, and we're going to get ready to announce tomorrow afternoon's game, which will be the last stream of 2023 for me, because I will not be doing anything on Sunday or Monday due to New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And that game will feature, for the first time, my team, the Sacramento Dubmans, at the Minneapolis Sports Gurus, named by my buddy Jared, aka Sports Fan. And he is pretty good people there. He calls himself the Sports Guru. So that will be tomorrow afternoon here, and I'm looking at the score of the Cotton Bowl Classic, and it's still 3-0 Ohio State. However, Ohio State does have the ball on the Mizzou 30-yard line, so they could be attempting a field goal there. I was looking at some games that are in progress right now in the NBA in real life. The Rockets with a 115-114 lead with 3:23 to play in the fourth quarter, so that's been a back-and-forth game. The Thunder with the 6-point lead at halftime in Denver. Suns with a 10-point lead over the Hornets against the Hornets in Phoenix. And the Spurs and the Trailblazers are underway in Portland. And that will do it for your NBA recap. And don't forget also, after the game, we'll be going over some stats of both teams and players, as well as we'll go over the post-game ticker for the game as we simulate 3 or 4 days worth of, as you see, Fussell for 3, no good. Clark will get the rebound. 42-32, the Blaze just out rebounding them. And it's not even that close. See the Greek Freak give it back to the Walker. Walker for 3. No good. Jaylen Brown will grab the rebound here. 8:50 to play in the fourth quarter here. And you see here, Fussell has it. Gives it over to Jaylen Brown. Brown with a layup attempt, and it's good. He has 41 in this game, and he is challenging for the watch game lead here. Jason Tatum with 48, and that came at night after Joel Embiid had 47. Franz Wagner with Williams getting the rebound. Rozier coming around. Rozier jump shot. Good. Back to a 6-point game again. The Murder not going away right now with 8:14 to play here in the fourth quarter. But that alley-oop there by Antetokounmpo, and back to an 8-point lead again. Rozier giving it over to Brown. Jaylen Brown for 3, and he drains the triple, and it's only a 5-point game again. He's at 44 in this game. As I said, the most points in the watch game here in the CCBA right now is Jason Tatum, his real-life teammate, with 48 points. As you see Herder coming around. Herder for 3. No good, and they fight for the rebound. Clark will get the offensive rebound and the second chance points, and it's back to a 7-point lead again. It's still anybody's game right now because, well, there's still plenty of game to play. Back over to Brown. Brown for 3. He drains it again. It's a 4-point game. He now has 47 in this game. He's tied Embiid for the second most in a watch game. See Giannis coming around. Walker for 3, and he drains it. It's back to a 7-point lead again. Sell with it. 6:40 to play here, trailing by 7. Back over to Jaylen Brown. Brown with another 3-point attempt. No good. That could have put him in 50. And you see Giannis gives it back over to Herder. Herder for 3. No good. Conley will grab the rebound. Back over to Rozier. Rozier. No good. 91-84 here. Last night we had a 17-point comeback as the Houston Dirty Casuals came back from 17 down. You see Herder for 3. No good. Giannis will get the rebound and 1 as Conley is called for the foul.
First team foul.
And it's a 9-point lead again here as we got some substitutions being made.
One shot.
McCollum, Herder, Hunter, Giannis into the lineup. And let's see here for the Murdas, Murray, Vassell, Brown, Crowder, and Robinson. The lineup set for the Chicago Murda. And Giannis puts them back up by 10. I believe that is their largest lead of the game. 94-84. As I said, the San Diego Quickie Marts lost a 17-point lead to the Houston Dirty Casuals and lose by 4 as Jaylen Brown loses it. Coming around, McCollum, and we'll get it back to up to a 12-point lead. I believe that is their largest lead of the game. It's an 8-0 run in the last minute and a half, or under a minute and a half. 5:25 to play here, 96-84. See Vassell has it. Give it over to Jaylen Brown. Brown for 3. No good, but Mitchell Robinson will get the rebound and will get to the line as Giannis is called for his first personal foul.
First team foul. At the line for Chicago, Mitchell Robinson.
See Mitchell Robinson. And he misses the first one. You cannot be leaving points off the table if you want to come back and win this game for the Murdas. Robinson will sink the second one. It's an 11-point game now. $96-85 with just approaching the 5-minute mark left here in the fourth quarter. As Giannis is just holding on to it, taking some precious time off. And there's a violation, and 3-second violation called against the Jacksonville Blaze, and the Murda are going to get the ball again.
Shooting for Jacksonville.
Oh no, it's a 3-second violation against Chicago. That is a free throw and the ball back. I thought that was a 3-second violation against the offense. You see Herder with it. 12-point lead again, their largest. Under 5 to play now. Giannis coming around. Back to Brook Lopez. Lopez with a layup, and it's good. It's now their largest lead at 14. Giannis does get the assist there. 99-85, and this was a very close game until the fourth quarter. You see Jaylen Brown for 3. He will drain it, and that's 50 for him, and the Blaze will call a timeout up by 11 with 4:29 to play in the fourth quarter. Jaylen Brown's like, we're not going down if I have anything to say with it. And with that, we're going to go look at the NBA scores again, if anything has changed here. We already have 5 games that are final. As I mentioned, the Wizards with the 110-104 win over the Nets. The Magic with the 117-108 win over the Knicks. And Boston, the Celtics with the 120-118 win over the Toronto Raptors. The Kings are the first road team to win tonight that I've announced, 117-110. The Bucks will make it the second straight road team that I announced that have won, with a 119-111 win over the Cleveland Cavaliers. And with just about 30 seconds to play, the 76ers up by 5 with 127-122. It looks like they're going to leave H-Town with the W. In the early part of the third quarter, the Thunder with a 58-54 lead over the Denver Nuggets in Denver. And in the Valley of the Sun, the Phoenix Suns with a 70-60 lead over the Charlotte Hornets. And about 7.5 to play in the first quarter. The Spurs and the Trailblazers are knotted at 7. And coming up in a few minutes at the bottom of the hour at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, the Grizzlies and the Clippers are playing each other. Will be set to tip off as we end this timeout here. The Blaze are getting the ball as Jaylen Brown has 50 of the 88 points for the Chicago Murda. And he now has the most points in a watched game. As of right now, 50, but we will confirm it at the end of the night as when we go over the stats here. Herder giving over to the Greek Freak. The Greek Freak for Herder. Herder for 3, and he drains it, and it's a 14-point lead again. Kevin Herder has made some clutch shots so far here in the fourth quarter to try to further distance their lead. Jamal Murray for 3. No good. Lopez will get the rebound. McCollum with it. Back over to Herder. Herder for 3 again. No good. But you see Giannis with the jam there, and it's a 16-point lead. There was a 17-point comeback last night. However, it was a 17 points. I see Jaylen Brown gets an offensive rebound and the bucket. That's 53 for him. Or 52, I should say. Wow. Oh, no, wait a minute. He did have 50, as I mentioned earlier. That's 52, so that is accurate. 104-90 here with 3:17 to play in the fourth. It went over to Giannis for three, and he drains it. And it's a 17-point lead. And this game was, believe it or not, a 1-point game. See Mitchell Robinson give it over to Murray. Murray with the layup, no good, but he gets his own rebound. No good. Giannis with the rebound. Kevin Huerter gets it. As we are approaching under 2.5, under 3 to play here. Giannis coming around, and he will get the bucket. Said Jaylen Brown now has the most points in a watch game with 52. Jamal Murray for three. He drains it. And it's a 16-point game now. (109-93). The Jacksonville Blaze on top. They're not taking any chances this time. They lost when these two teams played their last game against each other. And that was in Simmed. This is a watch game, and it looks like the road team's going to win another one. As you see, Huerter for three, no good. The road team looks like they're about to get their 8th win in a watch game in 10 games. You see Jamal Murray for three, no good. Huerter gets the rebound here. 1:45 to play in the fourth. It's just about academic here. Giannis back to Brook. Brook Lopez spinning around, but gives it over to Hunter. Huerter, though, had to save that for a second. Giannis there. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. 1 to shoot. Giannis, no good. Jaylen Brown gets the rebound. As I said, coming up here, at the end of the game, we'll go over some stats for the teams. As you see, Vassell gets the three-point attempt. No good. Huerter with it, coming around. Back over to Giannis. Giannis gives it up. Hunter for three, I should say, and that's good. It's back to a 19-point lead with under a minute to play here. Looks like the bench is going to get emptied out as you see the crowd filing out here at the United Center. Try to beat that Chicago traffic. Vassell will get the 2 points there. And it looks like the Jacksonville Blaze will get their comeback. Let's see, Antetokounmpo. And the Greek Freak is fouled as Jaylen Brown called for the foul. I'm not sure why you would foul. I mean, I know you don't.
At the line for Jacksonville,
as Giannis with 38 points of his own.
Taking 2 shots.
He misses the first one. As I said, the bench is going to be emptied out. Washington, Clarkson, Wagner, Clark, and Giannis are now the lineup set. And Conley, Rozier, Tate, Isaac, and Williams will be the lineup out there for the last 30.5 seconds. Misses them both. Still a 17-point game. Back over to Conley, and Conley will get probably the last points of the ball game here, as they can actually just hold on to it, as Washington Jr. getting his first action of the game, and he's just going to hold on to it. 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. Final from the United Center, the Jacksonville Blaze 112. And the Chicago Murda 97. As I mentioned, the Murda did have a 127-123 win, but that was in a sim game. In this watched game version of the Jacksonville Blaze and the Chicago Murda, the Blaze come out on top by 15. And I think they're led by as many as 19. As you see Giannis getting interviewed here. I guess the fans just want to stay and see the Greek Freak get interviewed. As that will do it. As you see Giannis there getting the... You see the Giannis there got the player of the game. As we are now going to go look at the player stats here. Jaylen Brown, as I said, a watch game high 52 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Jamal Murray only had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists and 1 steal. Devin Vassell, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Terry Rozier, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and a turnover. Jay Crowder, only 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Mitchell Robinson only had 3.7 rebounds and 1 assist. Jason Tate, 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Mike Conley, only 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Grant Williams, 2.7 rebounds, 4 assists. You see Jalen Williams will add some minutes in garbage time. Jonathan Isaac, only 1 minute in garbage time. But Jordan McLaughlin and Brandon Boston Jr. did not play in this game. And now looking at the statistics for the Jacksonville Blaze. Giannis, 38 points, 17 rebounds, 14 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. I believe that's the second triple-double I have watched in this game. That I've seen in a watch game. I think Russell Westbrook, had that on opening night. Kevin Huerter, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist and a steal. CJ McCollum, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Franz Wagner, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Kemba Walker, 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Brandon Clark, 8 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and he was close to a double-double. DeAndre Hunter, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Brook Lopez, 6 rebounds, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Jordan Clarkson, 6 points, and a steal. Richaun Holmes only had 1 rebound. Nikola Jovic, no points. Same with Ty Washington. Bryce McGowan's with the... did not play in this game. I'm very surprised with it being garbage time. And now we're going to go look at the team comparison here. Field goal percentage, 51% for the Blaze, 45% for the Murdas. And 3-pointers, 17 of 41 made for the Blaze, 16 of 41 for the Murdas. 41% for the Blaze and 39% shooting. Not many free throws were shot in this game, as the 3 for 5 for the Blaze at 60%, and only the Murdas only had 2 free throw attempts, 1 of 2 for 50%. And look at all these stats dominated by the Blaze. 16 to 9 in fast break points, 52 to 26 in points in the paint, 8 to 2. And as I said, the Blazers dominate these statistics. 8 to 2 in second chance points, 33 to 15 in bench points, 36 to 32 in assists, 9 to 6 in offensive rebounds, 43 to 37 in defensive rebounds, for a total of 52 to 43 in total rebounds. 4 to 3 in steals, 3 to 0 in blocks. They won the turnover battle with 3 compared to 4. However, the Murdas did get more points, 7 points off of those 3 turnovers compared to 6 off of the 4 turnovers they forced. The Murdas' largest lead was 19, and the Blaze' largest lead was 19, and the Murdas only had that 5-point lead before the Blaze went on that 15-0 run to go up by 10. But then the Murdas did go on a run of their own to take their last lead before the end of the third quarter. So that will do it for this game in question here. 112 to 97 was the final score of that game. And chalk it up to another road team victory in a watch game. As I said, I believe it's now 8-2. here in the CCBA. As now we are going to head to the post-game ticker. And I say post-game ticker because we're going to simulate whatever games took place here on November 1st. Or November 20th, as I say, as we simulate through the date. No injuries to report there. And let's go look at it here. As we head to Richmond, Virginia here in the Boston Big Babies with a 128-125 win over the Richmond Dark Wolves. The Big Babies are 4-10 and the Dark Wolves are 3-10. And a very good game. As I say, the Seattle Dad Gamers edge out the Columbus John Jakes 126-125, where the Dad Gamers go to 8-6 and the John Jakes fall to 9-6. The Washington Craniacs with a huge win, 57-point victory over the Milwaukee Griswolds. It was not even close, not even early on. The Griswolds fall to 6-8, and the Craniacs go to 4-9. The Chicago Blaze, as I said, the Jacksonville Blaze in the game that we watched, 112-97 over the Chicago Murda. The New York Kills with a 122-114 win over the Minneapolis Sports Gurus in a team that we will be watching tomorrow afternoon. The Kills go to 8-6 and the Murda, or not the Murda, but the Sports Guru fall to 7-6. And another team that we're going to watch in the watched game tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, the Sacramento Dubmans, the team named after me, my team, wins 98-79. Dubmans go to 8-5, and the Ninjas go to 98-79, and the Dubmans go to 8-5. The Ninjas go to 8-6. They get that win in the Crescent City. In Austin, and we had a very close game here in a game that we watched last night, the San Diego Quickie March, that had a heartbreaking loss after being up by 17 against the Houston Dirty Casuals. Well, they didn't fare much better in this one. They lose 105-104, being edged out by the Austin Cinco Ochos, who go to 10-4 in the season, 3-9 for the Quickie Marts. And I believe this might be the highest scoring game yet, or the highest scoring point total yet for one team, and the Phoenix JG9s with a 156-121 win over the Houston Dirty Casuals. The same Houston Dirty Casuals that overcame that 17-point deficit in last night's watch game. They now fall to 5-7 with the JG9s going to 11-4. So that is the scores for November 20th. Now let's look at the games for November 21st. And this is a Tuesday on the calendar here, and there's no injuries. I kind of want to see that because, yeah, there's no games on the 23rd. Daily view here. And let's see. Hey, congratulations, Coco. You get your second win of the season with a 125-97 win over the Pittsburgh Snowmen. The Snowmen fall to 4-10, and the Cocos go to 2-12. The Cincinnati Nasty Natties with a 117-97 win over the Louisville Outcasts, as the Nasty Natties go to 8-5, and 6-7 for the Outcasts. The Philadelphia Shawnos get back to the 500 mark at 7-7 with a 110-94 win over the Cleveland Clinkers. The Clinkers now fall to 3-11. And remember when at one point, the Portland Bear Caves were 7-0, but now they are now 9-5, losing 5 of their last 7, losing to the Las Vegas Tight Spot. So Tight Spot, if you're on here still and you're lurking, you get a win on a simmed game with 125-117 over the Portland Bear Caves. Have lost, as I said, Portland has lost 5 of their 7 since they started off 7-0, and they were the last undefeated team, by the way. The Anaheim Baffles with a 140-123 win over the Salt Lake City Sports Gaming, and they were actually won another watched game from yesterday, which was actually a makeup game because I did not get a single game out on stream out on Wednesday because of how late I didn't come home until late. But the Sports Gaming are 7-7. The Baffles are 10-5. And that is it for the games being played on November 21st. And let's see here. Looks like every game is being played. Looks like all no. So we'll just go to this one because I don't want to see like too many like spoilers. That's why I go through certain teams. As we sim through the date here. Here we go. Philadelphia Shanos, Isaiah Stewart, deep right thigh bruise, day-to-day. Only injury to report. So we know the Shanos had a game that night. And now looking on the games for November 22nd, which will be the last day that we're going to look through the simulated games. So, in Richmond, Virginia, in a game that we did, two teams that we did watch a game where the Dark Wolves ended up victorious in that game. Then they won a couple nights later on a sim. Well, in this simulation game, the Cas Craze Washington Craniacs do get a 111-84 win over the Richmond Dark Wolves. So Cas Cray and company get one back against the Dark Wolves, but the Craniacs are 5-9, and the Dark Wolves are 3-11. And the Cocos are now won 2 in a row. In fact, actually, they've won 3 of their last 4 since starting off 0-11. So they're on a little bit of a hot streak, the Cocos are. 106-98 winners over the Seattle Dad Gamers. They are now Dad Gamers fall to 8-7. The Louisville Outcasts go back to evens their mark at 7-7 with a 115-102 win over the New Jersey FGs. And the Boston Big Babies with a 129-93 win over the Milwaukee Thriswolds, as the Big Babies have now won 2 in a row. They are now 5-10. The Thriswolds are 6-9. The Jacksonville Blaze go to 11-4 on the year with a 129-92 win over the Cleveland Clinkers, and the Clinkers are 3-12. The Cincinnati Nasty Natties with a 125-102 win over the Pittsburgh Snowman Walties team, 4-11, and the Nasty Natties are now 9-5. Nasty Natty Gaming. And the Houston Dirty Casuals with the 133-115 win over the Memphis Jedis. Both teams are at 6 wins, but the Jedis fall to 6-8, and the Dirty Casuals are 6-7. And the Philadelphia Shanos with a 145-123 win over the Minneapolis Sports Gurus, who we are going to be watching tomorrow afternoon. The Sports Gurus have now fallen to 7-7 with the Shanos at 8-7. And the Sacramento Dubmans go into New Orleans to take both of those games. They will come out on top 130-115 over the New Orleans Ninjas, as the Dubmans go to 9-5 and the Ninjas are 8-7. And Oklahoma City, in a team that we just watched play, the Chicago Murdas bounce back and get a 126-105 win over the Oklahoma City Breezy Bunch. And in Austin, once again, the Austin Cinco Ochos with the 116-101 winners over the San Diego Quickie Marts. The Quickie Marts are now 3-10, and the Cinco Ochos are 11-4. The Phoenix JG9s now go to 12-4 with the 139-133 win over the Las Vegas Tight Spots, who are now 4-11. And the Portland Bear Caves, when they on the watch game yesterday afternoon, destroyed Salt Lake, and this time in a sim game to destroy Salt Lake. Even worse, actually. 147-89 as the Salt Lake City Sports Gaming fall to 7-8. And the Bear Caves end their 3-game losing streak at 10-5. And by the way, when I say 3-game losing streak, and that was actually on simmed games. And the Dallas Revamps go into Anaheim and defeat the Baffles 111-103. The Revamps are at 9-6, and the Baffles are 10-6. And because there are no games on the 23rd, and by the way, this goes Monday through Friday on this calendar. So in this case, this world, it is Thanksgiving Day in this universe. No games were played that day. And now we're going to go to the Sports Gurus. We're gonna get to that game tomorrow afternoon. But first, before we end the stream, we're gonna go through injuries. League news injury report, and there's gonna be a shitload. As I say, the Philadelphia Shadows, Isaiah Stewart out day to day. Nick Richards day to day. Same with Evan Mobley. Richards is actually recovering. Mobley is hurt. No injuries for the Murdas, none for the Clinkers, none for the Big Babies, none for the Quickie Marts. The Jedi is without Keita Bates-Diop. He's day-to-day. As you see here, Outcast and Blaze, none. The Richmond Dark Wolves will be without Devin Booker for 2 to 4 weeks. And Jalen Duren out day-to-day. None for SLC Sports Gaming. The Dubmans will be without Xavier Tillman in tomorrow's match. As I said, my team is going to get their first look at in a watch game. They are 9-5 on the year. As I said, Tillman out 2 to 4 weeks. DeAndre Ayton from the New York Killed still out 4 to 6 months. Jalen Brunson out 6 to 8 weeks for the Anaheim Baffles, and Jose Alvarado, his status is hurt, but he's day-to-day still. Tampa Coco's no injury. Dallas Revamps, no injuries. New Jersey FGs, who will be the first game. I'm going to give you guys a spoiler. They'll be the team they're going to be a team in the watch game coming up after New Year's. I won't announce who their opponent is until the fourth quarter of tomorrow's game, but since I already randomly blurted it out, they will be playing on January 2nd. They're going to be without Kelly Olynyk for 1 to 2 weeks. Seattle Dad Gamers, Osman out 2 to 4 months. Isaiah Joe still day-to-day. No injuries for Cincinnati. New Orleans Ninjas. Oh, Ninja, if you're watching, you're not going to like to see this. You got Rubio out 2 to 4 weeks. Jimmy Butler out 1 to 2 weeks. Aldama out 1 to 2 weeks. None for Columbus. Pittsburgh Snowman without the services of Alonzo Ball for 4 to 6 weeks. And Jaren Jackson for 1 to 2 weeks. Dirty Casuals, Houston Dirty Casuals without the services of Najee Marshall 4 to 6 weeks. Austin has no injuries. Las Vegas, no injuries. Oklahoma City Breezy Bunch without Trey Lyles day-to-day. Status says hurt, but it's still day-to-day. No injuries for the Minneapolis Sports Gurus, so that's good for my buddy Jared. Bear Caves, no injuries. Phoenix JG9s, no injuries. And then Washington Craniacs, Ivakcha Zubats. It's out 1 to 2 weeks with right shin splints. And that is the injury report there. As I said, tomorrow we will have my team, the Sacramento Dubmans, at the Minneapolis Sports Gurus at 7-7. That will be tomorrow afternoon, and I'm trying to get it to within, I think, between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern, because I do have a lot of stuff going on afterwards in the evening. And of course, there's going to be no stream, no CCBA stuff on Sunday or Monday because of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And as I said, if you guys are going out and doing stuff for New Year's, please be safe. Do not drink and drive, guys. But I do appreciate you guys being on here. And I see that FG is, for those who are on Twitch, I see that FG is on here, so you know what? Stick around, guys. Give Franchise Gaming some love here. He's doing his thing called FGFL, and he's doing college scouting games. So we are going to go and raid him. For those you guys that are on YouTube, do subscribe to him, Franchise Gaming on YouTube, as well as follow him, twitch.tv/ Franchise Gaming TTV. For those you guys are on Twitch, stick around for the raid. For those you guys on YouTube, you guys have a good night. Have a good day. Be safe out there, guys. And for everybody out here, peace out, Pisons. See you tomorrow afternoon.
Ready for the Colorado campfire in your girl's butt? 'Cause that's what the Merry Band of Baby Backs will do to us.